Hey, this is Pastor Pat, and we are in about a week and a half after we started our It's About Time fundraising campaign for the Plank Factory. And so I thought that I'd give you kind of an idea on how we're going to make these clocks. Now, some of this stuff is still kind of liquid on the table, and we're trying to figure some stuff out, but I thought I'd give you an idea on what it's going to look like. I've got all the planks taken off of a couple pallets, and I got rid of all the nails. Nice nail holes all over the place, and some of this wood is kind of skanky looking. But how do we get it from this to over here to looking like these awesome looking clocks right here? How do we do that? Well, I'm going to show you kind of our first step on what we're going to have to do in order to make that happen. So one of the first things that we've got to do is we got to run this through the joiner. And what the joiner does, if you take a look at this piece of wood right here, you can see there's a lot of bumps and it's all really uneven, and it might even be a little bit warped. And so what a joiner does is it helps to take out all of those imperfections that are in there and makes it nice and flat before we put it through the planer. So I'm going to show you what it does. Here we go. So now what you can see here is that it's nice and it's a lot smoother on here. So we leave some of it on there because it just kind of looks kind of cool. But now that's going to help me have a nice flat surface for me to do this top part. Hey, I'm back. So I ran all of these planks through the joiner, and they've got three sides that are nice and square on them. But now I've got to do and run them through the planer. So I finish off this last side before we glue some of them together into larger planks for us to make clocks with. So I'm going to do that, show you what that's like to get that done. So when I ran the last side to the planer, you can see it's nice and flat, and now it's nice and square, and then we can glue it together before we take the next step into making the clock. So anyway, so I'm going to do all the rest of these. There's about 27 of these. It won't take very long to run them through there, but I want to make sure that they're all the consistent thickness before we glue some of these together for larger planks. So anyway, that's just the first step that we're going to take before we start making these clocks at the Plank Factory. I just want you to know that that the purpose of this whole thing is to help our neighbors learn how to work and to develop some employment life skills that will help to empower them to provide for their families and to see that they've been made on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. And so if you're interested in helping to make the Plank Factory a reality, check out the link on the description. You can go to www.thatneighborhoodfoundation.org. That's the community development arm of That Neighborhood Church. And we have some awesome rewards for those that want to get involved and that want to give toward this It's About Time campaign. And so thank you again in advance for helping us to love our neighborhood. You guys are our heroes.